Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm super excited to be back here. I'm Abigail. I haven't posted anything here in years. I really was doing it during herb school as like a school project, but I did really enjoy it. And I'm in my second trimester of pregnancy and I'm feeling so inspired and creative and just wanting to share me and my herbal goodies with the world. So thanks for being here and thanks for listening. Today, I'm going to share about the herbs and supplements that I've been using as an herbalist throughout my pregnancy. But stay tuned for my channel. I'm planning on sharing a lot of pregnancy updates and living on a farm and what that's like, and just all sorts of herbal little nuggets and goodies. So yeah, thanks for being here. Where to begin? So I guess the first thing to say is that I'm not taking a prenatal supplement. This might spook some people, but I tried to take it. I did try to take it in the beginning of my pregnancy, and I was so nauseous and it was terrible. I could not take it. I could not hold it down. I mean, it made me like projectile vomit every time. So I found like a really awesome slurry of things to supplement just a regular old prenatal vitamin. And I've been feeling so much better because of it. So it's a lot of herbs, it's some food, it's a supplement. So yeah, I think the first thing I'm going to talk about is something that maybe we wouldn't think about as medicine, or we wouldn't think about traditionally as like an herbal medicine, an herbal plant, but it is, and it's citrus. So citrus has been my girl throughout this pregnancy. Honestly, it's the thing I've been using the most. Everything else I take when I remember or I take when I feel like it. But citrus has been that thing where it's like, I'm taking it all day long. I'm putting a slice or like nearly a whole lemon in my water in the morning. And it's been awesome for nausea. The first thing I drink is water with lemon in it. The first thing I eat, the first thing I take into my body. And it really has helped to curb that morning sickness and just be so satisfying. So we need so much more water when we're pregnant. And I've just been, I don't know about you, but I have been like so thirsty. And so having like a little sweet treat, a little citrusy, yummy treat in my water has been so awesome. So lemon has been my girl. And with that, another kind of food that I'm going to talk about that we are so lucky to have here because we actually grow it on the farm. So that's why it's still a little bit dirty, but is ginger. There's so much to say about ginger, right? People love ginger for pregnancy. I do too. I have been hanging with ginger a lot in the first trimester. Now that I'm like a little bit more deep into the second trimester, I just haven't felt as called. So I just haven't been taking it as much. But it was a really awesome addition to my morning beverage. Into pretty much any tea I made, I put ginger in it. And beyond just like drinking it, I ate it all the time. I would eat fresh ginger when I was feeling really nauseous. And ginger chews, man, I don't know how much medicine is actually in a ginger chew, but they're sweet and they're delicious, and they're a fun little thing for me, and as a reminder for me to not puke. One thing about ginger that I do want to caution is that it's a slight emmenagogue, and I think a lot of people don't know it. It just is a common pregnancy herb, so people don't maybe necessarily know that ginger isn't really recommended for people who've had previous miscarriages. You don't want to take too much of it, even though it's like a food and it seems very safe. It's just one of those things you should watch out for. But yeah, I think everybody's pregnancy homegirl, ginger. And there's so much more ginger can do beyond pregnancy, but that's all I'm gonna say for today. Okay, next, I'm gonna talk about the few little supplements I've been taking. I just realized I don't have the one pill that I've been taking a lot, but something that's been helping, it's a capsule. It's an herbal capsule, but you can take it as a tincture too, is milk thistle. And that's because it supports the liver. So there's a lot of different herbs you can take and try if you don't have access to milk thistle, like dandelion or artichoke. But milk thistle has been the most useful for me. Again, I haven't been taking it as much in my second trimester because thank the Lord, I have not been as nauseous. But it was so helpful for me. It was the one thing that I really noticed that when I didn't take it, I would start to feel pretty nauseous and sick. But then when I did take it, it just helped to like subtly settle my stomach. So it works because it actually helps to produce bile. So it's supporting the liver and supporting the gallbladder to help with digestion. And maybe this is a little bit of like TMI, but I think it worked best for me because I noticed when I would puke, it was like not very acidic. I've never really been a puker, like I don't puke often, but I feel like I remember puking prior to pregnancy. It was like, it would burn my mouth and it would burn my nostrils and it was really acidic and like hard to get up. And my pregnancy pukes have been like water and food. And milk thistle and liver stimulating herbs help to produce bile. And I think that might have just been a reason that I personally was puking. And that brings me to a point that has been huge for me, which is just that I feel like I've learned a big lesson about herbalism throughout this pregnancy so far. And maybe I knew it, but it's different when you actually experience it. And it's just that every single body is so different and herbs work differently for everybody. So for me, milk thistle was the thing that really helped my nausea. But for somebody else, that might not work at all. And it might be a totally different protocol for them. And it's just a beautiful reminder that, yeah, everybody's different and we shouldn't just be looking at symptoms and treating symptoms. Rather, we should be asking our bodies and asking our loved ones' bodies what it is that they need. So yeah, for me, milk thistle, and I think just like more bile production is what worked for me. The other two that I've been taking in a capsule is liver pills. So I've been taking this brand, Mother's Best. I'll tag it in the description. I think her name is like Susie Haynes, but Mother's Best liver pills, so awesome. Like it kind of smells like, my partner says it smells like cow farts, but oh my God, I think it smells so good. You have to take kind of a lot to like have a lot of the nutrients actually get into your body. I think it's 6 capsules, but I think it's nice to just take whatever you can. So I'm just gonna read what this says. Liver is rich in bioavailable iron, vitamins A and D, as well as all the B vitamins, including folate. Liver pills support excellent energy levels and blood chemistry. So it's so awesome for a pregnant person, but also so awesome for everybody in general. Especially women seem to have issues with iron deficiency, and there's fortified iron in just about everything we eat, and that, sorry to break it to you, is not really doing the trick. But this is real food, real iron, and real folate too. So folic acid has been shown to make people more nauseous. And I think maybe that's part of the reason my prenatal vitamins were making me nauseous, but this is a real food source of folate. So yeah, I highly suggest liver pills. I know some people also take like oyster pills, and I think that has a lot of the same benefits with a little bit more omegas and stuff. So choose your poison here, but I love this brand. It's also one that I just trust, and it's a small company, and so I know that, you know, the cows are being treated well. And if you know me at all, you know I live on a farm, I'm a farmer, and I raise pigs, so I care deeply about the ways that the animals are raised. So definitely try one of these liver pills. One kind of traditional supplement I've been taking is vitamin D. So when I was in school for CPM, maybe I'll make a whole video on that. I did do some midwifery training for a few years, and I quit. And then I became pregnant very shortly after. But one of my favorite midwife teachers told me, she lived in Washington, and she told me that, and she was an elder woman, she was no longer a midwife, she's just a teacher. She saw so many clients throughout her years, and there was only 2 people in the whole time that had sufficient vitamin D levels in their blood tests and their blood work, and both of those 2 people were farmers. So I just think that obviously having vitamin D is really important, but I'm lucky to be living a life outside pretty much every single day. But now it is almost the end of November, and the sun is a little bit harder to access, and so I've been having these on hand for just taking when I feel like it. I love this brand here, so I'll show it to you, and I'll try to link it below. My midwife gave me these, so yeah. And then I'm just gonna talk about a few of the kind of regular herbs that I've been taking. So first, I made my little tea blend here. It's full of animal hair because I have 3 cats and a dog in the house and a very hairy boyfriend. But yeah, this is the blend I've been drinking pretty often. I try to drink it every day. To be honest, I don't drink it every day. I drink it when I feel like it. But I try to drink it often. And I think I'm just gonna keep amping it up as I'm feeling better and as I'm progressing through my pregnancy. So it is stinging nettles is the main herb here, and then it's equal parts of Oatstraw and alfalfa and red raspberry. And sometimes I play with adding ginger or citrus or taking out one of the herbs. I don't always add red raspberry, pretty much always add alfalfa and Oatstraw. That's just for me. I'm gonna pour myself a little glass and enjoy it while I talk about these herbs. It looks really hot, but let's try it. It is hot, but it's good. And you can always add honey or, again, a lemon slice or something, but I think it's really delicious just as it is. So we'll first talk about Oatstraw because it's a little bit different than the other herbs. This is a nutritive blend, so it's I'm mostly taking it to nourish my body and bring in nutrients, but Oatstraw does that as well as nourishing my nervous system. I don't know about you, but pregnancy has been making me crazy. I hate saying that word. It's like I don't say that word lightly. Like last night I had a freak out because the house, there was like a couple dishes that were undone, and then I went to go grab a wipe under the counter and they were empty, and so I threw it across the kitchen, literally. Oh, so my anxiety and my emotions have been just like totally off the charts. I cry at everything, I get angry at everything, and so I need some support to my nervous system that is just going through it right now. So Oatstraw has been my go-to for that. There's a lot of different like nervous system support herbs that you can still take while pregnant. A really common one is chamomile, but I love Oatstraw. Milky oats is even more nourishing for the nervous system, but this one is nourishing for the overall body with vitamins and minerals and such too. So, oops, I got this one from Frontier Co-op. It's not like my totally favorite place to get herbs from, but it's easy and it's accessible. So if you can't find them in other places, you can get good organic herbs from these guys. Next herb I will talk about is alfalfa and stinging nettles. I got the alfalfa from a local apothecary here in the Madison area. Always suggest trying to go there first and getting your herbs from them. It's so cheap to get bulk dry herbs. Like seriously, this was, look at this whole bag was $3.42. If you were to get this online, it would be like $15. So shop local, go to your local apothecary. They'll help you figure out what to get too. But these two, Nettles and Alfalfa, have been my favorite combination, favorite herbs to take in to get all of my vitamins and nutrients. We're lucky here because we have like fields of nettles. Some might say we're unlucky. I think we're lucky because we have fields of nettles. So we are abundant in the stinging nettles. So that's where I got this one. But yeah, both of these are great sources of all of the trace minerals and all of the vitamins A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, these are my go-to. Another herb this is the last herb I'm going to talk about actually. And it's probably, you've been waiting. You're like, whoa, this is the pregnancy herb. Is she going to talk about it? Ooh. Yes, I am. I'm going to talk about it. Organic raspberry leaf. This one I got from Mountain Rose. I love this brand. I would suggest trying to get your herbs from them if it's possible. If you can't get it from the apothecary, from your local apothecary, go to Mountain Rose. What to say about this plant? There's so much to say. I could make a whole video on red raspberry. Maybe I will. Let me know if you'd like me to in the comments below. I'm such a dork. I don't know how to do this, but I'm just trying to talk and be myself. So anyway, red raspberry leaf. One thing you can do if you don't want to order at a line and you love foraging is a lot of different berry leaves have the same or similar properties. So here we have a lot of wild black capped raspberries and blackberries, and the leaves of both of these plants work pretty similarly to red raspberry leaves. So that's a fun one to try out. A lot of people say to just drink red raspberry when you're in your 3rd trimester of pregnancy to tonify your uterus so that it's ready to push a baby out and it happens all fast and efficiently and your uterus just does this great job. Cool. I don't know how much I believe that. I think that your uterus is going to do what your uterus is going to do. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll like do a little test on myself and I'll drink lots of red raspberry this pregnancy, and next pregnancy I won't drink any. And we'll see. But I love this because it's a nourishing herb for the uterus. It's for my whole body, but it feels nourishing for the uterus. It's kind of like when you have a formula like I do with these 4 herbs that I put into my tea. There's something that's called a driver. So it's an herb that likes to take things to specific places in the body. Like chamomile might take something to your gut. So if you're feeling anxious kind of in the gut, chamomile is great. But red raspberry feels like it takes things down to my uterus, which is where my baby is, which is where I want all of the love and nourishment to go to right now. So whether or not it's like strengthening my uterus, it feels really great to drink. And yeah, I'm in my 2nd trimester. I'm not afraid to be drinking it right now. Yeah, it focuses on the uterus, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that there's a lot of don't do this, don't do that. You can't have this herb while you're pregnant. You can't eat this. You can't look this way while you're pregnant. And just take it all with a grain of salt. Take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. Don't take any of this for like medical advice. You're like, I drink red raspberry because Abigail told me to, and now I have like a super strong uterus and it's gonna just push a baby out and like way too soon, and now I'm blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not trying to give you any like medical advice. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. So yeah, red raspberry has been my go-to. So how do I want to finish this video? I don't know. Maybe showing you my belly. Should I do that? I'll do that. Can you see this? Ooh, ooh. I'm like 20-ish weeks as I record this. Ooh, 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 ooh. And it's morning time, so maybe I don't look too pregnant. Or maybe I do. I don't know what I look like right now, but I bloat a lot. So like in the evening time, I'm like, wow, I could be like 8 months pregnant. In the morning time, I'm like, wow, I look like I'm like 2 months pregnant. If you're pregnant or you have been pregnant or you've been around somebody who's pregnant, you might know what I'm talking about. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I really am gonna try to make videos more often. I wanna make a lot of herbal kind of how-tos and just cutesy little updates of like me living out here in the middle of nowhere on the farm and being pregnant and all of that. So if you have anything specific that you want to talk about, or you want me to talk about, or you want to learn about when it comes to herbalism or women's health or farming, drop it in the comments. Yeah, thanks for being here. Subscribe, like, save, share, do all of the things that I'm supposed to say. Okay, peace out.